That gatehouse is quartering property. I want nothing to do with Heather or that child.
Monica, we are talking about a child's safety.
It's just another excuse, Alan. Hello, Grant?
Hello, Grant. Hello. I'll catch up with you two later.
No. Don't bother. Why don't you two guys have a little chat? Talk about vasectomies or something. Our discussion is over.
We'll see about that.
No, we won't.
I beg your pardon?
No answer.
On the phone.
Where the hell could she be?
Who?
Who I'm trying to call, that's who.
I don't know who you're trying to call.
What am I telling you for?
Well, I don't know. Excuse me, I have work to do.
Amy, I'm sorry. I've had a long morning. I'm trying to get in touch with Heather and Jason, and I'm just worried, that's all. Forgive me, I'm sorry.
Can I try to help?
It's nice of you to offer, but no, thank you. There really isn't anything at all that you can do. I appreciate it. Monica?
Discussion is over, Alan.
Monica, please, give me 1 second of your time. Let me talk.
No, your seconds. They rapidly turn into hours, begging and pleading. Do you know how revolting it is to have a grown man like you acting this way?
We're talking about a child's welfare.
We are talking about an illegitimate child and your paranoia. Excuse me.
This is not over.
Yes, it is too over.
Monica, gatehouse, you won't even know that they're there.
Ever, Alan. Not in a million years. You got it?
You are a stubborn, callous woman.
And you are a child, an impossible child that is never going to grow up.
Heather.
Alan, it's wonderful to see you.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to wake you.
I was just catching up on some sleep. I had a bad night last night. I heard some noises outside the cottage, and I couldn't get back to sleep.
You won't have to worry about that much longer.
I just can't help it, Alan. I've been worried sick ever since I got that warning in the mail. I'm even thinking of bringing Jason into my room.
That won't be necessary, really.
Well, it is. I mean, I can't rely on that security system completely. Wires can be cut. Combinations can be figured out. Anything could happen. I want him close to me.
So do I.
That's as it should be.
Can we talk about the gatehouse, Heather?
Well, sure, but you said yourself that might not be feasible.
I know that, but you see, that was before I spoke to Scorpio. Now, I've got to tell you, I spoke to him, and I don't want to alarm you, but the risk of Jason being kidnapped is very, very real, and that is not a risk that I am willing to take.
But there would still be some risk, even if we did move into the game house.
Yes, I know that, but it wouldn't be as great as if you were both here.
But it's just such an imposition.
If it was an imposition, Heather, I wouldn't even offer as an alternative.
I don't know.
Look, I know that it's going to be difficult for you just to pick up things and just go over to the house, and I realize that once you get there, my family can be intrusive, but honestly, in this situation, I don't see as there's any alternative.
Sounds as though you're insisting.
I'm afraid I am. Now, do you think that you'll be able to do it in a week or so? I'll help you in whatever way I can.
Well, all right. I think with your help, I don't see any reason I couldn't get back to now here in a week.
That's great. That's absolutely wonderful. Look, I'm going to plan on a day at the end of next week, okay? And any help that you need, you just call me, all right?
I will. But don't worry about a thing. We'll be fine.
I do worry, Heather. I do.
Jason and I are okay, really. We'll make it.
I'm sure. Until next week, then.
All right.
Great.
Bye, Alan.
Bye.
Oh, Edward, I'm glad you're here.
Well, is that so surprising? I do live here.
Yes, no, I just meant
The
that
one
I'd like
day,
you
the
to
one
show me-
lousy day we have together, and you ruin it, hello, Celia, by telling me that you think it's a good idea to have Heather move into the gatehouse.
Will you just stand still for 5 seconds? Just listen to reason. Hello, Celia.
I am not going to listen to reason. I'm going to tell you that she's not moving into the gatehouse. Furthermore, she's not moving anywhere near this place.
Can't you two find a neutral corner for your bickering?
We're not bickering. We're having a casual
Oh,
conversation.
casual, my foot.
Oh, casual, my foot. Why don't you listen to me for once?
Excuse me, Celia. I better try to calm those two down, or at least referee.
Hi.
Hello?
Kind of busy around here.
Very.
You living here, or are you still at the hotel?
We're still at the hotel, although Edward says pretty soon they'll be done with the East Wing, so we'll be moving in here shortly.
I know.
What do you mean, you know? How could you possibly?
Well, I checked it out. The wing, I mean.
How thoughtful.
Could you tell me something?
What?
Don't you ever think about, us? Don't get upset. Don't you ever think about us?
Never.
No memories.
I don't remember a thing.
You know, I got a remedy for that. Jog your memory just like that. Does that help your memory?
Hello?
Celia?
Yes, what is it?
Well, did something happen? I was going to show you the upstairs wing, and all of a sudden you and Jimmy Lee were gone.
Edward, how can you possibly let that person in your house?
I assume you're talking about Jimmy Lee.
Yes, I hate him. I can't tell you how much I loathe that.
Well, you are all right, aren't you?
Yes, I'm fine, but I swear he is impossible.
Yeah, well, that seems to be a widely held opinion. Could you hold on for a moment? Monica would like to talk to you. Apparently, Jimmy Lee upset her.
Thank you very much. Celia.
Monica, I'm sorry I ran off. I just couldn't stand one more minute with you-know-who.
Yes, well, we understand, Celia, and we sympathize with you. Really, we do. And believe me, we're going to try to make sure he never bothers you again.
How?
Well, we're going to be moving back in the house shortly, and I promise you, we will not let him anywhere near you.
Definitely. Make sure she understands that.
Excuse me, gentlemen. I am perfectly capable of carrying on my own conversation. Thank you very much. Celia?
All I want is for him to leave me alone. I just want to live my life quietly with Grant. Seems like even that's impossible.
What do you mean you're not having problems with Grant, are you?
No, not really. It's just that he acts so strange.
How? What way?
It's hard to pin down. I shouldn't have said anything. Grant and I will be just fine.
And we have all been through it, Celia. I mean, the first few months of marriage are always difficult adjustments for anyone to make. Believe me, I know.
What adjustments? I don't remember any adjustments.
My advice is for you to just be calm, and everything is going to be fine.
You're right. Of course. I'll be just fine.
Well, you know that we're all family, and we have your welfare at heart.
I don't know how she can say that without bursting into laughter.
Easily. I know from experience.
I'll be fine, Monica. Really. I feel a lot better just after having talked to you. Tell Edward I was sorry for running out, and I'll see you all soon.
Okay. See you later. Bye-bye. She is fine, and she will see us all soon.
My heart leaps with anticipation.
Mine, too.
Good Lord, man, you should know by now I don't deal in petty cash. That's fine. Thank you. Bye. Oh, you two have a pleasant walk?
Oh, yes, it was very pleasant up until we got around the gatehouse, and all of a sudden Ellen decided to ignore me.
I didn't do anything of the kind. I was
Yes,
just saying...
you did.
I didn't. I said that the gatehouse was well situated, that's all.
That's an astute observation. Well, if you two will excuse me, I think I'll go upstairs and get Lila for dinner.
Edward, did Celia call?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Well, I think it might be a good idea if we called her just to see if Jimmy Lee has bothered her again.
Yeah, good idea. If Jimmy Lee has caused her any trouble, tell her to get herself an exterminator.
The Putnam suite, please. Grant, this is Monica.
How are you, Monica?
Well, how is Celia is more the point.
She's resting.
Oh, good. Well, she probably told you she was here, and there was a little bit of unpleasantness.
Yeah, she was very upset when I got here. What happened?
But she didn't tell you?
She didn't even want to talk about it.
Oh, well, she came over to see how the wing was progressing, and Jimmy Lee showed up.
So that's what happened. Doesn't he ever give up?
He is as obstinate as a mule, Grant. A Quartermain trait on the male side, that is.
Are you referring to me?
Exactly what went on, Monica?
Well, I don't really know. We were in the living room, and when we came out of the living room, they were both gone.
I see. Well, I'll take care of it. Thank you very much for calling, Monica.
No, that's okay. Just give Celia our love.
I'll do that.
Hi. All set for the party?
Which one did you have in mind?
What do you mean? Why? Is there more than one?
Well, I was under the impression that we were having the kickoff for Lee's campaign here in this house.
We are.
And what were you doing, turning on all the lights in the gatehouse?
How's it going? You ready to roll? Hey, kid.
Almost. Will you take care of Jason for a few minutes for me?
Sure. Come over here.
Upstairs and pack one more bag.
Okay, you take your time. I can't believe it, you know? You and the second illegitimate Quartermain moving into the gatehouse. Heather, I like a family that sticks together, don't you? Huh?
I wonder what the door's doing open.
Is this stuff yours?
No, never seen it before.
I wonder what it's doing here.
Well, I don't know. Maybe Alan had one of the servants gather up the previous occupants' things and
No, wait a
moving it
second.
out.
Look, wait a second. I didn't see this stuff here last night, did you?
No, but then who could see?
Well, that reminds me. Let me check the light. All right, it's working.
Great, now let's go get the rest of the stuff out of the truck.
Wait a second, Heather. What about this stuff here?
What about it? You can just put it anywhere.
All right.
Wait a minute.
What are you doing?
I don't know. Just thought I'd see if there's anything worth saving.
Heather, this could belong to somebody.
Well, if it was very important to them, they probably shouldn't have left it here. It's just trash.
Put that down.
Don't go in that, Muriel. They could be thieves.
We're not.
Who are you, then? What are you doing here?
We could ask you the very same thing.
I'm Muriel Bird, and this is my husband, Henry.
Are you aware that you're on private property?
Yes. Ours.
What are you talking about?
We've rented this place from Dr. Monica Quartermain.
Monica Quartermain rented you this place?
That's right.
Well, there must be some mistake.
We're tax accountants. We don't make mistakes.
Did you know this place was rented?
Of course not. Are you sure this is the right house?
Well, why do you keep questioning us?
Well, because I've been looking for a place to rent myself, and, I never noticed a sign outside here.
There wasn't one.
Well, then how did you find it?
It found us.
You see, we're new in town, and we've had an ad in the paper under the Rentals Wanted section. And Dr. Quartermain read it and called us very early this morning.
6:27 to be exact. There's a digital clock right next to our phones.
She must have stayed up all night dreaming up this one.
Well, she described it so charmingly to us, we took it sight unseen.
The Lord knows she offered it to us for a song. There must be some sort of tax write-off.
Or kiss off.
Quite frankly, I was a little suspicious at first, but the place seemed so perfect for us, so clean.
Yes, and in such good repair.
Don't be so sure. As a matter of fact, we're building inspectors.
Building inspectors?
That's right. Mr. Dawson and I are here to check out the place. Isn't that correct?
That's right, Miss Brown. That's right.
Listen, can't this wait? We'd like to bring the rest of our stuff in.
No, I'm afraid we're on a very tight schedule.
But the place seems perfectly fine.
Well, you can't be sure about these old places. Appearances can fool you.
Especially the wiring.
Oh.
The wiring gives you the most trouble. Remember that old Hopkins place?
Oh, don't talk about the Hopkins place.
It was really a shame the landlord never rewired the place and went up like that. And they were such a nice couple. I haven't seen anything this bad in a long time.
This place is a wreck.
Well, what's wrong with it?
Well, it'd be quicker to tell you what's right with it.
First of all, you got termites.
Can't they be fumigated?
Sure, you could just let the vermin take care of them.
Vermin?
You know, rodents, rats, mice, that kind of thing.
Rats in this part of town?
I'm afraid the rats are at home on the Quartermain property.
Let's see. Rotting windowsills, water leakage, and faulty wiring.
The plumbing is shot. Before you take one shower, you'll be up to your knees in water.
But the place looks so neat and tidy.
Yeah, well, they do that. These landlords, they throw rugs on a rotten floor. They paint the kitchen some wild colors so it'll distract you right from the real problem.
Monica Quartermain should be ashamed of it.
And doing it to such nice people.
She must have jumped for joy when she heard you two were new in town.
I
Because
tell you.
everyone else, well, they know what a dump this place is.
Well, no wonder she called us so early.
Henry, what are we going to do?
Well, there must be some way we can get out of this deal.
Oh, there might be a simple solution. Did you write a check by any chance?
Well, certainly.
Oh, I'd stop payment on the check if I were you, but I'd do it right away.
That's right.
Let's go, Muriel. We'll pick up the boxes later.
I don't know how to thank you.
Well, mention.
I'd do it for anybody.
Nice work, Inspector.
Same to you, Inspector.